about 6 months to a year where the higher mind, the philosophy, our kind of spirit and soul anchor into the physical in a way of where we feel connected. It literally is a reset to our life path, spirit, karma, destiny. And I say that a lot because the first house, when the sun is in Sagittarius and the moon is in Sagittarius, it's a first house event. So the first house is your spirit, karma, life path, destiny. It's the things that come across your path. It's your rising sign. So it's your attitude towards the world and how the world actually kind of sees you. Okay, but your attitude towards the world is also Sagittarius. All right. And then your spirit, karma, life path, destiny is also the ninth house, which is Sagittarius. Okay. So we have like a triple whammy here. And I was feeling Aries because first house and then Aries, we're just gonna talk about Aries energy. When there's a cardinal new energy in Aries, it talks about taking action. So we're going to begin to put our lives together according to our philosophy, according to our soul, according to the parts of ourselves which are not actual factual. Maybe we can't, prove them. Maybe we can't see them. Maybe we can't. Does that make sense? It's not always going to be in a history book, a science book, a religious book. It's not always going to be somewhere that could be measured and quantified and qualified. It's kind of in our heart, in our soul, in our spirit. It's according to our belief. It's according to the part of ourselves where we have faith. And faith is one of those acts where, in the absence of evidence, we still believe. Faith is like a higher hope. So we're going to take action on the places where we're looking to see realized, where we're looking to see our hopes, our wishes, our dreams realized, actualized here in the physical, here in the present. And we're really going to move from the place of our heart's desires, our feelings, ambitions, our deepest dreams, our hope, wish, and prayer. Because there's something I feel like we want to build something for the world. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'm hearing that. And so I think we're going to step out in front, the ones watching, the priestesses, the papessas, the prophetess, the messiah, the way showers. And we have been being tested. I fell into some temptation this morning just for a second. There was just a lot of energy coming at me, and I didn't assert myself quickly enough. So I do feel like there's been the desire, the attempt, the hope to like get us to drag backwards or fall backwards or, you know, revisit or allow things from the past. So also, I feel like this is the, and temptation could be anything as simple as like not holding your boundaries. For me, it's always I want to listen to what people are saying. I want to hear their little sob story. I want to listen to their rukukurakaka, their little, I don't know what that's called, their dramamina, the whining and the wailing and the yelling and the yodeling and the quabbling and the quibbling and the whatever, the what have you, the so on and the so forth. And then I'm just gonna lock it down, shut it down. Just be like, be quiet. What do you need? What do you want? Make your intentions known, submit your petition and disappear. You know, um, it's not always like we're out there in the streets or I don't know, whatever temptations are. Some people do drugs, some people do process addiction, some people, I'm hingroga, drugs. I don't know what that means. TV and food can be a drug, in my opinion. Anything that kind of helps you alter your experience or your sensory perception, that could be the apps. Yeah, it's something about an app. So somebody's using the app so much that it's a drug. I don't know who's still on Facebook, but that's what I'm hearing. Abrir la Facebook. Open the Facebook. What is it, darling? You need to be clear on your needs, queen. Come up here or get gone. I don't have time for this. Um, yeah, so somebody's on the apps. Okay, well, I think it's because they're taking a refuge from Instagram. Whatever that means, whatever that looks like, it's not my story. Okay. But they're keep opening the Facebook. They keep looking at people. So I think it's also addiction to people, relationship addictions, because we're putting people before our faith. We're putting people before our practice, is what I'm getting. That's been the narrative. That's been the story, and it's shifted recently. And I think like it's gonna stay shifted. And we're gonna like move on into the next level of graduation. We're not gonna lean back, fall back. We're not gonna fall into temptation as severely anymore because we need to focus on our group. Because I am hearing that there's a song by Revolution more than ever. That song's been going on morning, and there's like an instrumental in that song. Listen to it, Revolution, Rebellution, Revolution. Um, More than ever is the name of the song, and it's melodic, you know. La 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 la, yeah. La, 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 yeah. But that's not, besides the point. When I hear instrumentals all day and then the lyrics come out later, it always reminds me of the Heavenly Choir. And so it's resplendent grace and it's holiness. It's the resounding praise of the pure, genuine, authentic soul. You know, God is good. God is pure goodness. And it doesn't matter what the philosophy is. I'm talking about the functions of the universe because the opposite of that is chaos, darkness, and madness. Okay. So when I'm thinking about, you know, pure goodness, sattvic benevolence, right? Omnibenevolence, omnipresence, omnipotence. You know, what I'm talking about is like we are all one, we are all unified. I'm not talking about Allah, Buddha, Shekinah, Jehovah, you know, Pachamama, Lord Naraya, Shiva, you know, the Buddha. I'm talking about the universal oneness, the unconditional love, the vibration of creation. And, you know, I'm feeling good and that's real more than ever. So the song talks about this person that's been out on tour and they're returning to, I think their mate, their beloved. And there's some hints in the song, if you're a spiritualist like myself, you can hear that this beloved energy is about merging back into the divine. That might not be the purpose of the song. I don't think that it is. But the way that the lyrics kind of flow in and out together is fascinating to me because I'm just trying to, hi darling. I'm just trying to figure out, okay, you gotta get down or you gotta get gone. Okay, which is it? Thank you, sweetheart. So one thing is that they're saying in the song that there's a long time has passed, but they basically stayed the same. And that now they're taking up the whole lane, meaning like over the eons, over the eternities, they've grown into their authentic self. They've gotten their own unique individual signature, but their core divinity is still intact. And I feel like that's anchoring into the physical for the souls that are here upon the earth, you know. I feel like hey, your nails, spirit. You gotta stop that. I feel like we've come into the knowledge of the soul. I feel like we've figured out what we're doing down here in the earth, wandering through the darkness. We're no longer wandering through the darkness, Scorpio. We're now Sagittarius. I'm also getting Chiron energy. Our wounds, our experiences, we've grown through what we've gone through, and it's given us a calling, a mission. Our mess has become a message. Our test has become a testimony. Does that make sense? And we keep getting the pull to return to the old ways, basically stupida, like, you know, idiota, like to be asleep, to be um, misaligned, to be dispossessed, to be disoriented, distracted, dejected, depressed, you know, detached, to be, you know, the nails are unacceptable. I'm not going to deal with this, queen. You know what, honey? You need some help right now that I'm not going to give you. Take on. Excuse me, I know that hurts some people's feelings when I don't want to do cuddles with the kitty. I normally have a towel because she's near my jewels with her little untrimmed bobcat nails. So, and I'm unprepared. So I've been saying, like, listen to this song more than ever. Listen to this song. It's the melody I'm hearing, and that means that the angels are near. It can be more than the angels because angels are okay, sweetheart. Darling, I love you. I need you to behave. You're full of love, I understand, but you're also a little bit dangerous. Okay, watch my gonads. Okay, honey. I can't do this with you. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to make an executive decision and get this work done. Trust me, she gets lots of love and raw meat. Trust me. Don't worry. Um, what I'm detecting here is we have come to the fore of the purpose here of our incarnation. Okay. We have figured out what we're wandering through this endless amount of incarnations for. Something about this life or this time of being incarnated, like the 2000s and, early 2020s, 2020, the trumpet sounding, look who's gotten elected in the USA, understands authority, or the root chakra of the earth, the basement, the other realm, you know, uh, something about being here in this time incarnated in the physical. There's some type of either awakening or watching. And what I'm detecting is there's two things. It is time to take action about our soul mission, the calling on our life, but also we're gonna figure out to stop holding on to people that are not holding on. We're carrying people that aren't trying to carry themselves. But transversely to that, we will also identify who is chosen, who is awakened, who is spiritual. Does that make sense? I know I want the kitty up here too. I just don't have time to stop and get a towel and come back. So let's have a look here and see what's going on. But that's deeply what I'm getting. That's because I'm also getting this narrative of like, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling peaceful. You're not gonna disturb my peace. And also there's this again, Sagittarius, man. Um, a girl, I just use that in general for human. Um, One thing about Sagittarius is they're a little loud and boisterous. They're a little direct, shoot from the hip, and it can come off bad or judgmental. It's never that. My challenge with Sagittarius is that I'm a serious person. I'm not a jokester. I don't even like comedy or humor. I'm pretty down to business. And a lot of people think humor disarms or makes things easier, levity or whatever. That to me makes you seem not serious, disrespectful. And so that's one thing with the Sagittarius. And I have a lot of Sagittarius energy. I have a Grand Trine of fire and I'm a Sagittarius rising sign. I have three placements in Sag. But all the same, yeah, I have a stellium in Cancer and in Sag. So, but all the same, they shoot from the hip. They're this jovial kind of energy. And I despise jokester energy in general, but there's a jokester that's jovial and there's a jokester that's a trickster. Okay. So the trickster energy is maleficent, malangria, negroso. But the jovial is like similar to Ganesha. Ganesha is one of the Jupiterian spirits where there's a breakdown, so there's a breakthrough. Sometimes I'll put an obstacle or they'll remove an obstacle so that we can check ourselves, we can humble our own self. You know what I mean? And that's an energy of Sagittarius, but also that's again why people don't realize, but Sagittarius is one of the healers. They heal the soul versus the body because there's a fair and there's a balance because there's an impartial aspect to the Sagittarius energy. It's kind of like a take it or leave it. Like, here's what I'm presenting, here's the solution for you, you can take it or leave it. Here's some information. I just want to make sure you're making an informed decision, make whatever decision that you want. That's kind of what I'm getting. I'm feeling good and that's real. Yeah, I keep hearing that. Don't act surprised. Yeah, I'm feeling good and that's real. I keep hearing that. Yeah. Na 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 na. Yeah. So it's like you're standing in your truth. It's resplendent grace. You're happy, you're fully awakened and realized, answering the calling on your life, fulfilling your soul's mission, your divine mission here upon the earth. And we're connected, even though it might feel like we're separate, even though. So part of what I'm trying to say is that there's boundaries here. Okay, there's boundaries because you're you, I'm me, and together we are living in harmony. Meaning, like it takes all of us for any of us to get what we need out of this place. And the best thing for me to do for you is to make sure that I'm okay on my end, so I could be my best version for you versus shackling myself to you and being codependent to you and co-signing your drama mina. Like if I come down to the lower vibration to come out and help you, that's not going to be what's best for you. The better thing for me to do is attraction versus promotion. The better thing for me to do is to be an example worth following, a story worth telling, so that you eventually, in your own time of healing and awakening, my job is for not me to stunt my growth and to step down off the throne or step down into a lower vibration and energy or frequency so that you can feel company in your misery. It's really for me to hold space, hold room for you to catch up to me. Listen to that song. Listen to that song. Because it's a void of course. Nothing is set in stone. The practical plan is to be an example of healing, be an example of awakening, be an example of redemption, of salvation. It's not to go around saving everybody. And perhaps the thing to do is to have a message, have a ministry. That means we need to inventory our pains and wounds. I talk very openly about trauma and drama in my life, exploitation, all those things that I've gone through, addiction, intimate partner violence, all those things. And a lot of times it makes people cringe. But, when I do talk about it, I always one person comes up to me and is like, "Oh, I'm so glad you said that. You really carried the message, la di da, yada yada." And yeah, okay, I upset a group of people that are unawakened and unhealed, anyways. Why? Because my test became a testimony. Why? Because my mess became a message. And it's not my intention to go around making people uncomfortable. See, communication is key. A fiery climax approaches. But oftentimes, when people get brought to that surface, that linchpin, that culmination of a conflict, it does make them choose a path, either stay asleep or awaken. It's like that red or blue pill situation. This is a situation where you get another chance, though. You can take the red pill at another time, even if the last 30 times you took the blue pill. That's what I'm getting. So let's get into this message because I feel like I'm yapping and yammering. But to finish my point, we have a ministry, we have a message. It's from a mess that we used to be. We have a testimony. It's from a test that does that make sense? We've gone through something, we've grown through something, and now we have a message to carry. We have a ministry. That's also what Sagittarius is about. It's to carry the message of hope and healing, of salvation and redemption. And then Aries came out a lot. It's not the point, okay? Because for Sagittarius, Aries would be the fifth house, which is where God is. God is exalted in the fifth house and the 11th house. let me stop. But Jesus was not a Capricorn. He was a Pisces Aries cusp. People are going to argue to the blue in the face. That's fine. Peace be with you.